Today's video is all about self-confidence. Why is it so important, how to get it, and how to keep it. So let's get right into it. Why is self-confidence so important? Well, one of the main reasons it's so important is because having high self-confidence has a direct reflection on the amount of success and happiness that you experience in your life, because folks that have high self-confidence, they continue to go after their dreams and their goals, and they're constantly growing. Another reason it's so important, self-confidence allows you to act in spite of fear. Now, everyone feels fear, but the folks that have high self-confidence act anyway. Now, in my opinion, the biggest reason to have high self-confidence is because when you have it, you believe in yourself. And this is so important because so many people spend so much time trying to impress everyone else, but what really matters is what you think about yourself. You will only perform as good as you think you will perform. Now, think about this for just a second. Who do you spend the most time with every single day? It's yourself. You spend the most time with yourself, so what other people think about you really doesn't matter. If you like yourself and you have high self-confidence, you're going to go after your goals, your hopes, your dreams, and everything that's important in your life. You'll also raise your standards about what's acceptable and what you're worth. So what is the best way to gain self-confidence? Well, I believe it's by keeping your promises and commitments to yourself. Now, here's what I mean by that. Let's say I'm in the sales world, so let's use a sales example. Let's say for a second that your goal or your intention for the day is to go out and prospect 10 new potential customers or 10 potential new deals, and you actually do it. You prospect 10 folks for the day. Guess what happens? Your self-confidence goes up because you kept that commitment to yourself. Or let's say your intention was 10 and you actually did 12. Well, guess what? Your self-confidence will be even higher. Here's another example for you. Let's say you had an intention that every day for lunch you wanted to drink a bottle of water instead of drinking a Coke. Every day that you do that, guess what happens? Each encounter, your self-confidence is going to go up because you kept that commitment to yourself. So over time, your confidence is going to go up. You're going to trust yourself a lot more because you're doing the things that you said you would do. Now, if you need a quick shot of self-confidence to get you started, whenever you're making your to-do list, add a couple items like brush your teeth at the top of that list. Put on deodorant. You've already crossed off 2 things in your list. Your confidence is up and you're ready to start the day and you hadn't even left the house yet. Now, disclaimer, I'm just joking about the toothbrush and the deodorant putting on at the top of the list. Those are ingrained habits, and hopefully those are things you automatically do every day before you leave the house anyway. But the point I'm trying to make here is small steps, moving in the right direction, keeping your promises and intentions to yourself is going to compound and build up to those bigger goals and objectives you have to raise that self-confidence in a much bigger way. Last but not least, now that you have this higher self-confidence, how do you keep it? Well, I believe the way you keep it is you continue to trust in yourself by delivering on things that you said you would do. So if you set an intention, a commitment, or a goal, you follow through on that. And over time, you will learn to trust yourself. And every time you do this, you will automatically know, hey, I am here. I'm going to accomplish this stuff. And over the long term, you're going to cultivate higher self-confidence and trust with yourself that you know you will get these things done. Now, here's a couple pro tips for you. I know keeping your commitments and promises to yourself is a lot easier said than done at times, but there's some really cool things that you can maybe do to make it automatic, like, a to-do list, things that are right in front of you. You can set alarms on your phone if things happen continue every day or at certain points on your calendar, or you can have people remind you or hold you accountable. Accountability partners are a really great way to deliver on your promises and commitments and intentions to make sure you see things through. And another thing, let's say you have this list, you know what you need to do, but sometimes you just overanalyze, give yourself anxiety, and have trouble moving forward. Something I learned from Mel Robbins is this thing called a 5-second rule. So if you think about something, before you count to 5, just commit to go out and making it happen, and don't let your mind think and sulk too long before you talk yourself out of doing it. The good old analysis by paralysis concept. For example, let's say that the intention is you want to go to the gym, but you just don't want to. You don't feel like it. You'd rather stay at home or in bed or just watch TV or do something else. The 5-second rule, if you're like, hey, I need to go to the gym, and you just start the intention of walking out the house, getting in your vehicle. When you're on the drive there, now it's already done. That habit has started to put in motion. And if you took the time to actually execute getting in the vehicle and driving to the gym, you're more than likely going to work out, which is a win, which ultimately is going to help you increase your self-confidence and install a really good habit. Alrighty, so we covered the three things. Why self-confidence is so important, how to get it, and how to keep it. So I'd love to hear from you. Drop in the comments below some tactics that you may use to get your self-confidence up when you need it, or how you're building self-confidence for the long term. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in.